Hello, welcome back to the stream. I am planning to continue my Inscryption run today because I was having quite a bit of fun with it yesterday. It's already a bit late, so I only play for an hour, maybe a bit more, but we're gonna hop back into it. Okay, as I remember, I think we were looking around the room a bit. Oh, I think we knew there was one more card remaining to find. I have a feeling it has to be in this clock, because I think that's about the only thing we haven't interacted with yet. So I need to find out what time I am supposed to enter in this clock. But I don't think I've seen any hints yet. I don't think I see anything on the globe. Let's grab some more teeth there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything obvious, so I think we'll just continue on. Pick a card. The Meddlesome Bat. A minor terror. Okay. So which do I want? I do feel like the bat's probably the one I want most here. Yeah, I'll go with the bat, just to have another bone cost card. Ooh, so I could strengthen a card I have. Here, let's look back at our deck, see what's all going on here. Okay. I don't see anything that's like amazing to power up currently. So just getting powers, not that big a deal. See, items, I already have like full items. I think I'll just go to the sacrifice option. The choice is yours. Okay, so which of these abilities would I most like to give to something? Say I'm not a big fan of the frog, so just thinning it from my deck might be a good option. The stink bug is a really strong effect on a weak body, though. It'd be kind of nice to give that to someone else, but yeah, I think I might sacrifice the stink bug to try to get something more powerful. Your choice. I'll probably put it on a wolf. Yep, I think I'll do that. Rest in peace, Mr. Stinkbug. Not certain if that was the best choice, just because those cards talk to you a bit, so it might have been best to keep them around in case of story stuff, but we'll see. Ooh, we got the Ant Queen, which is one of our strongest starting cards. Okay, Grand Fur, what does he have coming? He has two 1/1 Bs. Okay, so we play out the squirrel. We look at our options. We have the strange larva. I will play the larva over here. And then we will end. Okay, that is... Let's see. Oh, strange pupa. I was hoping for something a bit more impactful. He has another bee. Sadly, I'm really feeling like I might have to just sacrifice here. And I'll use a squirrel in a bottle. Get an ant queen out. Now the question is if it's worth... I think I won't do that. I just want to see what happens with the strange larva. Hello. Greetings, welcome back, Zane. We will attack him directly. Ooh, the mantis is pretty scary back there. Okay, was that a 7-3? Ooh, Mothman. So this basically has 2 turns to ramp up. Okay, we're gonna take another squirrel, lay it down, sacrifice it for a worker ant, powering up both of these. And we now have the bat available, but I don't think we can play it there. Yep, we're out of space. And this should overkill and kill the mantis as well. And we'll also end the turn. Yeah, Mothman looks to be pretty dope. Here, I need to adjust this. There we go. Okay, I do not actually recognize this icon. But we have no other option here, so check it out, see what it does. You encountered a small outpost in the woods, tended by a mysterious woman. It was the trader that the old trapper had mentioned. Okay, so this is the person, you trade the pelts to, so yeah, I didn't make it there last time. Her appearance was unsettling, but you were mollified by her offerings. Do you mind if I examine those pelts of yours? Let's start with your hair pelts. Here's what I can offer. I can trade you any of these. Take your time. Okay, so that's interesting. Don't know what the beaver does. Dam builder. When a card bearing this sigil is played, a dam is created on each empty adjacent space. A dam is defined as 0 power, 2 health. Okay, how much does it cost? 2 cost for a 1/4 and 2 0/2s. Blocked on either side. Not sure how I feel about that. I assume dams aren't able to be sacrificed because they aren't actually animals. I probably won't go with that. It's just because, like, board space is so hard to come by that I've had several times where it feels like my board is just overly full. What else? I'm kind of just interested in this grizzly here. Just another high-cost, chonky minion. The beaver probably is the next most interesting, partially because I'm still not certain exactly how the dams work. But we'll just take the grizzly. Ooh, wolf pelts too? Exquisite! Okay, so interesting. So these gain some abilities this time. Changes the black goat to an ant? Oh, ant spawner, so it would make an ant in your hand. Let's see. I'm not sure I've seen this one before. Turkey Vulture, 8 cost, 3/3. And this one has the sharp quills, so it will damage someone if they're hit by it. And the possum, this is an infinitely sacrificable possum. That could be pretty interesting because it's like so cheap bone-wise. Another option here is this coyote has the bifurcated strike, which from what I saw earlier is to be incredibly powerful at ending the game quickly. It's probably not that great on this unit, but I could later sacrifice it. So here I'm kind of leaning between the black goat to get another ant spawner and extra like sacrifice value to accelerate out something more expensive, or the coyote to just deal really big damage down the future when I pass on his keyword, which this is probably, I feel like, the best keyword. And then possum is also a decent option, just because of how easily you can get it out and infinitely sacrifice. I'm gonna go with the coyote this time. These pelts are most excellent. My thanks. Okay, I don't think I've seen this one before. I assume it's deleting a card from your deck, which from a lot of deck builders I've seen, like, that's a very, very powerful option usually. I would consider the campfire to buff a card if, like, the bifurcated strikes was on something stronger already I wanted to keep. I probably won't here. So I'm gonna check and make sure what exactly this means. You came across some familiar stones, but there was something different. You intuited that the face of the creature selected for this would not be pleasant. The fate. Pick something else. You know, you kind of make me want to sacrifice you just for that. Any of these cards seem weak enough that I just don't want them around. Honestly, he is kind of tempting to just throw into the fire, but no, I'm probably gonna choose the bullfrog. I haven't been very impressed by the bullfrog. Die. You callously slaughtered the bullfrog. However, the Bone Lord was pleased by your sacrifice. Okay. A minor boon of the Bone Lord. You will start each battle with 1 extra bone. Ooh, that's cool. You shook off the viscera of the poor bullfrog and carried onwards. Yeah, that's definitely seems worth it. Often in deck building games, like, just getting rid of a weak card is already good to make your draws more consistent. But then giving me an extra resource on top of that seems fantastic. Okay. Let's see what they have. They have a stump on the right. They have 2 bees on the left. I'm going to play down the squirrel and then the worker ant. And now I also have enough for this possum to go in and attack. Because these are flying, these aren't at risk of dying at all. It'll just go right over us, so it's just good to get as much damage in as possible here. Okay. I could end up playing the moose buck here if I just sacrifice everything. Just not sure how good that would be. But if I don't do that, the possum's going to be dying next turn. I kinda want to just try doing that. Ooh, I didn't realize this has the tail. So does it stay alive? It did not. I should have read it, but I think it's just when they're attacked. So this should be able to kill both of these. Interesting, and it does move it over. The might of the moose cannot be halted. Okay. First, let's just see what cards we might end up getting. We can get a bat. Looks like we need 1 more sacrifice to play the bat. Okay, and the mantis is very scary. Let's see what else. A wolf. We're going to just attack in, killing the mantis. And the beehive will spawn something. That leaves us pretty much dead. Let me double check to make sure this is correct. Once a card bearing this sigil is struck, a bee is created in your hand. Okay, so it just creates it in his hand, not on the board. So he won't instantly be able to place it down. If I attack here, I should only take 2 damage next turn, so I should still be alive. So I think I'll just still attack in. Oh, the bee's created in my hand. This is not something I expected. Okay, I'm going to draw a squirrel. Play the squirrel. Play the bee. Sacrifice 2. Then I will place this here to kill his minion that's going to be attacking in. Then I will play the bat down here to take a hit next turn. It probably would have been better to flip these 2 around. Yeah, it would have. Because the wolf could have taken a hit from the bullfrog, the bat cannot. But I suppose I wouldn't have been killing the bee this turn, if so, because the bat would have just attacked straight over. Okay. We will just continue attacking in. We should be pretty safe here. Yep. And we finish. That was a pretty close one. Okay, so next up is the Trapper, which I believe was the guy that gave you pelts. Me pelts are clean! Have a free one! Okay, so you get the rabbit pelt no matter what. I currently have 7, so I could buy the wolf pelt. I want to check really quick. Oh, I can't leave in the middle of this. I don't know how often the skull, like, respawns teeth on it. So if I had gone back, maybe I could have grabbed the golden pelt. Do I think it's worth... Yeah, sure. There doesn't seem to be much other use for the teeth, so might as well. And then do I click here to finish? Yep. Thanks for your patronage. Thank you very much, Trapper. Okay, so items, I believe I currently have... I wonder if the knife counts, I'm not sure. But I could also power something up, which does sound quite appealing. The warm light of a campfire was a welcome sight, though the 10 hungry eyes around it dampened the greeting. Warm a creature by the fire, enhance its power, said one. Yeah, so power up. Stop this. Well, that's something interesting. He doesn't want me to do this, so I'm not sure. I think the best thing to power up might be the Mothman, but it probably loses it each transformation, so probably anything but the Mothman. Probably the wolf would be the best thing to power up, as long as they don't take him, which I still haven't seen, but it's just really suspicious. The survivors were right about the flames. They had enchanted the creature's power. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your wolf. Okay. So we can play the worker ant right away, thankfully, and we could actually also play the possum if we want. Let's see, so these are flying and diving. Raven egg hatches in 1 turn. So we're going to sacrifice to the worker ant. Actually gonna place it over here. Then we play down the possum in one of these slots because we know it can't get hit back. Okay, we draw... I want to see an actual card. Grizzly. Okay. Sadly, it looks like I can't kill the Raven Egg this turn unless I invest with the Grizzly. Oh, this has the loose tail. When a card bearing this sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place and it moves to the right. I guess I don't know what happens when it's at the end of the board, if it'll just stay there, but hopefully it shouldn't die, even if it is hit. We're just gonna attack. 2 Sparrow, now we get to see this interaction. Okay, it looks like it stayed in the same spot. Now, I am 1 away from dying, which is very scary. Can I get to 4 bones? Doesn't look like it. I could only get to 3 this turn. But I will grab a squirrel, play the squirrel. Also going to grab my extra squirrel here so that I can play out my grizzly. And then I want it to just damage the opponent directly so that I can gain back some life. I'll just place it over here. And the coyote is 1 off from being able to be played. So now we're back to neutral damage state. I perished and I'm not sure why. Oh, because the far right one was flying. How disappointing. Okay, so it just lets you keep going on until... Huh. I guess you're allowed to fail 1 in between each boss? Honestly, I'm not that heartbroken about failing that one if so, because I think you get back both lives after the boss. Unless he just gives you back the initial amount you had, which hard to know. The tragic Rat King. When their tangled bodies become corpses, you will gain 4 bones. That's pretty cool. I think I will go with the Rat King. This is the sacrifice, I believe, which we really want to get the bifurcated strikes on someone else if possible. It's not giving me the option though, sadly. Actually, was the bifurcated strikes an extra effect? You may not be able to sacrifice them if it was an extra effect. Yeah, I think it's probably only the base effects of the cards you can get. Well, I guess we will sacrifice the Rat King. I'll go. No, you won't, buddy. So something to give us extra bones back. I think the possum's probably the best choice, because it should be really easy to play. So now we spend 2 bones to get like 5 bones back. The mud tugged hard at your feet, forcing you to slow down your pace. A rank odor caused your stomach to churn and your eyes to water. It was the rotting fish that hung from the branches around you. A huge man approached. Go fish. There we go, we got our bone back. Ooh, we have the rabbit pelts in hand. At least we can play out a worker ant. This is the kingfisher again. We're gonna play out the worker ant there. This is free to play. It looks like it's free to play. And then we will attack with the worker ant. Which fish? Hard to choose. What is that? So what's he going to do to it next turn, I guess? Well, partially to prevent that, I think I'm gonna grab a squirrel. Oh, wait, he switched? What? I should have read that! I was just clicking! We might just let him do whatever to the squirrel, because we aren't very scared what happens to it here, and it'll let us find out on a weak minion. Mine. Now go, fish. That is very scary. So we can just steal a minion. It's a bit rude, to be honest. Okay, Stoat. Ooh, but a nice thing is, now that he has a squirrel, he can't attack with that slot. So it's actually a good thing here. Stale fish. Hard to choose. So if I play out another squirrel, can I just fill his board? New fish. Easy chew. So we're just going to try to fill his board with squirrels. Pig fish. Go fish. Okay. I'll play down the squirrel, and then I will sacrifice it for the stoat, so that I hopefully stop taking any damage at all. And we'll attack in. Okay, he's moved on to thinking about taking the stoat. I wonder what happens if I play out a squirrel on this slot, and he pulls it back. Will it eliminate that card entirely? Seems like it most likely does. Enough. And then we will attack again. Okay, we're going to play out a squirrel here. An attack. Next turn we should have lethal on that. Grab another squirrel, attack. That will end his first life, and now we see what happens on the phase reset. Go, fish! He has 2 bait buckets. I wonder if he'll spawn something scary if we kill that, like a giant shark. I'm a bit scared to actually kill that, so I could potentially just sacrifice these 2 and place something else elsewhere. The other concern is, does the bait bucket just attract stuff if it stays alive? Maybe we'll just hedge our bets here. I need to draw first. A wolf pelt, another dead card, which is pretty rough. So my concern here, the bait bucket, I think will either spawn in something when I kill it, or spawn in something if it's not killed. However, with how it was spawned, it makes me think when I kill it, it'll spawn something, so. Oh, and I wanted to read the tail thing when a card would be struck. So sacrificing it does not count for the loose tail. So I think I will sacrifice these both. Play out a card on a different tile. And we will just attack in. Putting him 1 off lethal. Drew the moose buck. And we'll attack 1 last time, ending him. Yeah, I assume the bait bucket, if you attack it, it's going to spawn something, because otherwise it did nothing here. Need a light. Okay, so he does give you back both lives, so I don't feel that bad at all about losing to the 1 boss, or the 1 random enemy. Your reward. Oop, I did not read that. Long elk. What? I don't understand. Child 13. Child 13 was the one when sacrificing it, it kept switching between a 0-1 and a 2-1. And then the long elk. Sprinter, at the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. I do not understand this image. I wish I would have listened to what he said. It costs 4 bones. And then Gek is the 0 cost 1/1. This infinitely sacrificable. I think I need more sacrifices available. If the long elk had more attack, I would probably choose it. Touch of Death. And it damages another creature, that creature perishes. So that's actually the reason it's probably pretty strong, is a death touch thing. But infinite sacrifice, I think I'm maybe hurting more for that. Like, both of these seem like they would be quite good here. I'm going to go with Child 13. You considered one of the angler's catches as a meal, but the rank odor deterred you. Apparently the guy has bad fish. Dinner would have to wait. I just had dinner right before the stream. What are they talking about? Let me think. Okay, I don't think I've seen this before. A frigid gust of wind billowed, unwelcome, into your lungs. The beauty of the falling snow failed to distract you from the chill in your bones. You had ascended to the snow line. Okay. So this is the only choice, but it's not something I have seen before. You arrived at the inky black mouth of a cave. Ooh, that's a bit spooky. A strange beast lurked within. It spoke, "Pass one of my trials, and I will be yours," in a raspy voice. 3 creatures will be drawn from your deck. They will decide your success or failure. It spoke again. But first, you will choose a trial. Trial? Okay. The trial of power. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 4 attack power combined to pass. Trial of health. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 6 combined health to pass. The Trial of Bones. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 5 bones combined to pass. I think the attack one's probably the best. Sadly, I don't think any of them are hugely likely. Ooh, let's see. 5, 2, 3, 2, 6. Maybe health is better, because some of these cards would single-handedly win. I think I'll actually go with health. The trial of health begin. Yes. Wait, was it more or the same? You have passed the trial. Thank goodness, just barely. Beast revealed itself. It was ooh, the Great White. I assume this is what would have shown up if I killed the, that thing. Okay, the Possum. Mighty Leap. It'll block an opposing creature with the Airborne Sigil. Don't think that one's worth it. The Mole Hefty, or Burrower. When an empty space would be struck, the card bearing this sigil will move to that space to receive the strike instead. So he'll dart around and take blocks for me. And Hefty. At the end of the owner's turn, card bearing the sigil will move the direction of the inscribed in the sigil. Creature in the way will be pushed. I don't think that one's worth it. So we're most likely going with the Great White, which dives, so it can't be attacked from their side. Bees Within. Once a card bearing this sigil is struck, a bee is created in your hand. The bee is defined as 1 power, 1 health airborne. Interesting that it says your hand. So it may be that the bees no matter if they're on your side or the opponent's, always get placed in your hand. Which is a bit strange, like an asymmetrical effect like that. But, I mean, if I'm reading that correctly, that would explain it. Because otherwise it would just seem like a negative effect to give him a B. The inhabited Great White joined your menagerie. Okay, so we can destroy a card and gain more bones to start out. Or gain some items, which we are pretty much out of items here. Let's see. This one, I'm pretty sure I'd want to go a different route. So yeah, I'll just go for more items. I don't think I'm in desperate need of more bones or anything anyway. What does this do? Hoggy Bank. To the user, you will immediately gain 4 bones. I think what I most want here is a squirrel and another squirrel. Sacrificial squirrels. Okay, good. We do have the Ant Queen, which is nice. They have Raven Eggs, and the Wolf Cub, which will power up in a turn. Let's see, which do I most want to kill? I think I most want to kill the Wolf Cub. I'll place that there. It should survive 1 hit. And I do now have the Possum. So let me read. When a card bearing it dies, so even if it dies from the opponent. Yeah, let's just throw this out here as well and attack in. I don't feel too much at risk, so I won't sacrifice that to play out the other ant early. Elk Fawn. Fledgling. It'll grow into a more powerful form. Yeah, it seems like they have a lot of those. I'll draw one of these so that I can sacrifice these 2. And then I will kill this Raven Egg here. And I have an extra worker ant now. Okay, nice, and that killed through because we powered it up. If I do play a worker ant here, it should be strong enough to kill the Raven now. So I will play down a squirrel. Sacrifice it, play that to kill that. So only his sparrow will be left alive. This feels like a pretty strong opener here. Oh, and he's already dead. It's sometimes easy to forget just how easy it is to get kills in this game. I need to look more often for those like kills over the top. Pick a card. The nascent fawn. It quickly grows into an elk. Which one's the elk? Not sure what an elk looks like. The pernicious vulture, a tyrant of the skies. The industrious beaver. When played, it constructs dams adjacent to it. I think I'll take the turkey vulture or the fawn here. If I knew what the elk was, it would probably help. I don't think it has any other way to reference that. But the vulture would be a nice payoff later in the game, once I've killed enough bones. It's gonna be hard to generate that much, though. I think I'll just go with the elk for an early gameplay. Where are we going now? We just want to sacrifice something. Blood for the blood gods. Let's see. I could grant infinite sacrificing to something else. Here, wait. Sprinter. Move in the direction inscribed. What cards can I place it on? This one's a pretty hard choice. I don't think any of them are that great. I think I might just sacrifice The elk fawn. Give something else, increasing like evolutions. Anything easy to just play out. Not seeing anything even more easy, but the bat might be the best one to choose just because it's bones. So it's an alternate resource. The only other question is like strange larva. Check Mothman. So fledgling, card bearing it will grow into a more powerful form. Would having another fledgling on it just turn it into Mothman after a single turn? I kind of want to find out. So I'm going to sacrifice that onto the strange larva to hopefully grow it in more power faster. I don't know if it will actually work that way, but we shall see. Kind of unfortunate. I think I've only seen Mothman one time. Why in the world am I facing entirely to the side? When did that happen? And how did that happen? It looks like I have some interesting options available to me that I did not realize. Just how long have I been side-eyeing you like that, chat? How unusual. But okay, what do we have here? We have the great white, we have the moose buck, and the worker ant. Ooh, they have a moose buck right there. That is terrifying. Burrower. He'll jump up and block when there's an empty slot, and he can block anything. I'm not that concerned about that, but the moose buck is very scary. I may end up having to use the knife to kill it, assuming that's how the knife works, which I can't be certain of. So I think I want to play the worker ant in the far left here, because it has the tail, so it won't die. And instead we'll just move to the side and stay alive. And yep, then we will pass, I suppose. It's just a very scary option. And let me guess, yes, the worker ant did lose that effect. We draw another squirrel. What is the special dagger? To the user, you will place a weight on the scales. The pain is temporary. I should have read what that did earlier than that. I'm not really able to go over the top because this guy will come in and protect. I really want to get that great white out there. Is there... I'm gonna have to like sacrifice 3 separate things though, which is concerning. Okay, so we'll play out both of these. Great white or the moose buck. I think we're going great white here. Yeah. And because this has dive, it won't be hit on our turn, so we'll just play it here. It should, after 2 turns, kill the moose buck. That's concerning though that it moved it over there. We'll play the wolf pelt here to block. I don't know if that destroys the card forever. Hopefully not. I would assume not, but... Oh, that's so weird. Now that I realize this dodges on my turn, makes the bees almost entirely useless. It's pretty funny, actually. Okay, so he blocks there. And I am just very, very scared here. I think I'll have to play... Yeah, I think I'm just going to play a squirrel to block the moose buck. Just so that we're progressing somehow. Okay, the elks are 2 4s, which is good to know. We'll be able to kill the moose buck this turn. Next turn we are taking 4 damage. Let's check the health thing. That is too much. So I have to play out something to block. We're actually only taking 2. Because this will die. Oh, this will attack in, so that'll be 4. Which, yeah, I can't have happen. And what does Sprinter do again? Does it just... End of the owner's turn, a card will move in the direction, so that'll be after the turn. So we'll place that to block, and we will attack. Ooh, I didn't think of overkill on that. Might have actually done something pretty unfortunate. How do I even stay alive here? Not sure there's a way. We have to draw a bone card. I didn't get one. Okay, I think this is just over, but we still have 1 more life, I believe. Yep, because it resets after each boss. Yeah, that was just a very scary enemy. I feel like I didn't draw like Mothman, like my big payoff cards I'm not seeing. I hoped for more. The one part is like I'm not drawing from my actual deck a lot there. I kept having to draw squirrels to stay alive. The sadistic pronghorn. Woe be to those that meet the end of its antlers. Okay, pronghorn does have the bifurcated strike, which I feel is great. Turkey Vulture is bones, which would help maybe, but I still feel like that's too late in the game, so we're just going to grab the pronghorn and hopefully sacrifice it before too long. Are there any sacrifice options? Off to the left here, I'll get a sacrifice, so I kind of just want to go to the left here. Thankfully, we pick up some more items. This makes everything flying, so it could help go for like a kill over the top. Kind of want it. Okay, so we're gonna go to the left. Because I do want to go this way, I think. Did my stoat end up with anything? He did not. Another moose buck, man. This is so scary. Total misplay. Dude, that's pretty cringe. Okay. If I play out a squirrel, I can make a wolf. These are the same wolves. There are 2 wolves in our hand, and they are identical. 2 wolves inside of us. They have a lot of ways to take a hit here. That's scary. Wolf Belt has 2 health, so we'll place it over here to take a hit. How much damage do I need to deal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. I don't think there's a way for me to deal that this turn. What does the knife do? We will see how much damage this does. Yikes. Whew. That's pretty damn extreme, dude. Holy mackerel. I did not expect you to stab out your eye like a knife. I thought he'd go for like a finger or something. Well, we can... I think we can stabilize this now, but we have to use every single resource we have. God, that's... Yikes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We needed 4 damage. So now we make everything flying so that I'll be able to strike over him and deal 6 to his face. Costing us an eye though. That's I wonder if this effect will stay on for the rest of it. Believe it or not, you're not the first to lose an eye here. This isn't much fun if you're half blind. Perhaps you'd like to replace it? Yeah, I mean, if you got a spare one lying around, I mean, I wouldn't, reject getting one, but... Oh, wow, that's, that one's looking kind of funny. Hopefully red. Any, like, totally normal ones? Like... This one looks kind of normal. That one looks very red. This one looks, yeah, very strange. This one looks the most quality, though, so I'm just gonna go for that. Ugh. God, that noise. Better? I mean, a little bit. It helps. I mean, it's not exactly my usual experience, playing card games to, bet with body parts. Regardless, the choice is final. Okay. So I think I specifically wanted to go to the left to get bifurcated strike on something stronger. What cards are here? The flighty elk. It moves after attacking. Lewis. Who's Lewis? Lewis is, okay, I guess? I don't... He's not great. I think the elk might be better here. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Okay, like I said, I wanted to sacrifice the pronghorn to give something strong bifurcated strike. It'd also be nice to give something cheaper bifurcated strike. I'm probably just gonna give it to a wolf. Otherwise, the grizzly dealing 8 is like crazy, but the wolf dealing 6 a turn earlier, probably the better call. The moving to the right thing will probably be kind of annoying for its spacing, though. A man stood before you. A man you recognized immediately. It was the Trapper. Dude, what are you doing here? You reached out to examine his wares, but he stopped you. Sorry, but today you will supply the pelts. Dude, that's not nice. Oh, goodness, that's a lot of knives. Strange Frog, 1-2, Strange Frog, 1-2, Leaping Trap. What does this have? Steel Trap. When a card bearing this sigil perishes, the creature opposing it perishes as well. A pelt is created in your hand. That's interesting. Drawing the pelt, I'm not a big fan of that. I have like no items here, so... I'm gonna play the Stoat far left to attack the frog. Do we want to play down a pelt to block damage? I don't think so. I do think these pelts are doing a lot that's causing issues in our hand. A wolf, just a normal wolf. I'm gonna block that strange frog attack. Who is left behind a trap? That is very scary. Oof. Am I able to sacrifice him somehow? I think I can. So what I kind of want to do here is just leave the traps and focus. So we'll do this. Play out a wolf right here. So this should leave a trap. Have another wolf. This one with this bug. Okay, I can play that out to kill his other strange frog. But unfortunately, you played that right behind there right away. God, this is rough. I might want to keep that in hand so that I can kill the wolf next turn, but I would be dead, it looks like. Oh, this is painful, dude. Wait, I'm dealing 3, so I'll actually go over the top and kill the wolf. I shouldn't be that concerned about that. Except apparently overkilling the traps does not work like normal. So that's frustrating. I thought I'd mathed it out there. You will make an exquisite pelt. And I have perished. Looking kind of spooky again. I'm on the floor. Stay there. No need to move. I am afraid you are not dead yet. Hold still. Where did I put that camera of mine? Right there, buddy. Here you go. Pathetic. You really think I would leave film in there? Do you have any idea what that camera is capable of? No, I just wanted to pick for the gram, dude. Calm down. Give me that. Here you go. We have a memento to create. Behold your death card. Now that I know how this works, we should do much better. So we begin to ink it. So yeah, the last one, I thought the wolf would overkill the trap there and kill the wolf he had behind it, but apparently because the trap kills it, the trap kills the wolf, it must die before it deals overkill damage, I suppose. I don't think there was any other text on the card that would explain it. It's also just kind of unfortunate that I never drew my most powerful cards like the Mothman. I think I only drew it once that entire run, which is kind of crazy. Please, choose a card to draw the cost from. So I guess we'll do a 2-bone cost card. Power and health, the numbers. This, dude, I had way better stuff in there. And these would have been perfect for cost. What are you doing? And now for the sigil. I don't want to be able to infinitely sacrifice it, I think. The Stinky is also pretty good. But I think I'll just go with the infinite lives, or the infinite sacrificing. I never did ask your name. Yeah, you did. Why am I typing it out again? One thing now remains. I must capture your visage. Pose. You ready to pose? Jeez. God damn it, man. You're gonna blind me. So freaking bright. Not much for trading, that last one. Are you prepared to make the right deals? Hey, it's a hook. Is that where I can steal one of their units? That's insane if so. A gift from the angler. You see, he was defeated recently and wishes to redeem himself. It would be unfortunate if you were to fall to the prospector before he was given the chance, that chance. This hook is powerful. You may steal one of my cards with it. For that reason, you will not find any others along this path. So it's an extra powerful item you can only get after a complete run that got past the angler. Use it wisely. It seems the lowly stink bug has made its way in. But it is dealt, so it stands. Okay, I mean, I do kind of like the card. It's pretty cheap, easy to play. Don't look kind of different than I remember. He looks like more blockish. A bit haggard. Okay, well, overall, that's an hour. Looks like we've been playing for right around an hour. That marks the end of that run, so I may actually be hopping off here. I just want to make sure I'm getting a little bit of progress every day on here. But I do have some stuff to do for work tomorrow before heading to bed, so I'll probably hop off and do that in a moment. Right after I grab all these teeth. They're mine. I still haven't really seen any hint about the time you enter in this. Okay, I saw the little save icon there, so that should mean last save 5 seconds ago. But yeah, we should be good to go. Let's head back to the start screen and end. Okay. So, well, thank you for watching, if you did tune in. And I wonder how many bosses there might be. A lot of these games seem to have like 3 major maps before ending, so the Trapper may, if I defeated him, he may have actually progressed the story a decent amount. The deck did seem kind of bloated there by the end of it, so I think I did need a bit more. I think I just needed fewer cards, more that were like on a higher power level. I was surprised just how hard it is to like build out a hand, because like especially with high cost cards there. I think that was my first one having a lot of like 2 and 3 costs, like mostly 2 and 3 costs. It was just really hard to actually draw from my deck because I needed to pick so many squirrels. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll probably be hopping off here for the night. And yeah, we'll see how long it takes us to get to the end of the story of this. Thing is, it took me about an hour to get through all but one. Did I start after this? Did I start after the first boss? It may take like an hour and a half for like a full run to get through. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you have a good night too. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get there before too long. So, have a good one. This has been Zerzon. I'll see y'all next time.